Sometimes when I'm typing, when I'm drafting a piece, it might be a chapter of my book, it might be a blog post, I feel this invisible reader here behind me, behind my shoulders, judging my sentences, judging the structure of my sentences, saying that word shouldn't be there, this could be better, that you should cut that, this makes no sense. And I feel it's quite hard sometimes to draft with all this going on in my mind. So one technique that I've been experimenting with, and a technique that I found quite useful recently, is to type nothing when I'm drafting. Don't type on a Word document. Don't type on a Google document. Write everything in your journal. If you don't have a journal, draft on a piece of paper. I have a journal, and this is it, and this is a draft. So I just use a pen, a fast pen, because this is quite a fast pen, and I am able to explore everything on the page, on a page that no one will see, no one except me will see. And I feel I can lower the pressure in this way because I'm just rambling. I'm rambling on the page, and this is just for me. This is just for exploring ideas, is to give me that mental space to make connections and to say everything I want to say without judgment, without worrying about form, without worrying about grammar, structure, without worrying even about content, because there's no logical sequence here. It's just free writing. It's free writing on the page, and I feel this is useful. Now, you could also do this on a Word document. You can just ramble on a digital page. Why not? But I find that using a pen like this, it gives me access to, I don't know, it feels different. I don't know what it is, but it feels different. It feels as if I'm getting access to other areas of my brain. I haven't looked into the research about this. And actually, when I talked to Kay Adams, she is the author of Journal to the Self. I interviewed her on this channel, on this podcast. I will leave the link below if you're interested. She said that she's a psychotherapist, and she said that research, like there is no conclusive research that says that keeping a digital journal is better than keeping a handwritten journal. But, okay, I'm not talking about journaling right now. I'm talking about drafting in your journal, okay, or on a piece of paper, like physically. But then, once I've got this, once I've got everything I wanted to say, this could be a chapter of your book. If you're writing a novel, if you're writing a tiny book, you can draft it there, and you've got everything here. Then you can transfer, you can read, once you've finished, you can read what you wrote, yeah? With a highlighter, you can highlight, I don't know if you can see it here, but you can highlight the most important bits, so essential ideas that must be there in the final version, and then you start transferring and making adjustments, edits there on the page, on the digital page. Now, some writers believe that you cannot draft and edit at the same time, because I've heard that drafting and editing, I know that drafting and editing involve two different kind of mental processes, like cognitive processes. So it's hard to do them at the same time. However, Verlin Klinkeborg, I reviewed his book, Several Short Sentences About Writing, it's called. I'll leave the description below. Sorry, I'll leave you the link in the description below as well. He says this, and this is an interesting quote: "Revise at the point of composition, compose at the point of revision, accept no provisional sentences, make no drafts, and no draft sentences. bring the sentence you're working on as close to its final state as you can before you write it down and after. Do the same for the next sentence and write on through to the end. Think of composition and revision as the same thing, different versions of thinking, philosophically indistinguishable. So, two different ways of thinking about composition. So, Verlin Klinkenborg says, okay, make no drafts. You write one sentence, that should be, work on that sentence until it's done and then move on to the next. Or you can try this technique where you draft everything, you vomit everything onto the page there, so you're not worried about who's reading this, and then you work on the final piece or on a better piece on your digital page. I don't know if this is helpful, but it's helped me quite a lot. And I can tell you, all this, what you're seeing here, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's the draft of this YouTube video. I vomited everything I wanted to say here first, and then I'm now explaining. I'm more clear about what I want to say, where I want to go, and this will become my Substack post tomorrow, soon. Then, of course, once you're here, once you've got all the content down, then you will want to organize that content and, the sequence, the order. Maybe you need an extra example. Maybe you don't need anything extra because you've already said everything here on the physical page. And then maybe you will need a developmental editor, and I can help you with that because I will leave the link to my developmental editing services down there, I mean, in the description of the video. And that's it. But I think this is a way to remove that pressure that I sometimes feel when I'm typing, because I feel, okay, let's write a Substack newsletter. I open Substack, I type, blah, 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 and I'm thinking, okay, no, this is not how I want to say this. No, this is not. Whereas it's all here. Boom. And then I can transfer what I want to say. I can edit on the physical page. All right. Thank you for watching. Some news. I will soon interview three tiny authors. They are in my tiny book writing group. I will interview them, and they will talk about the projects they're working on. I will ask them questions about their projects, what they're working on, how they are ideating their books, how they're drafting their books. It will be soon on this channel. And what else? Other news? No, that's it. No more news. All right. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something that you already do or something that you would never consider doing, because it is time consuming. I mean, you will need more time because you cannot, delete things. You cannot compose at the point of revision if you're doing this. So it's more time consuming. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something that you would do. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video episode or whatever this is, like a podcast, a YouTube channel. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're a writer and you want to improve your writing or you want to keep improving your writing, consider joining my private email list, Better Writers. I send one short email every week. I share tips, insights, things that I learn, book recommendations to help you do one thing only: become a better writer. The link is in the show notes or in the description of this video. Thank you for listening once again. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.